Hello, everybody. I would say that I'm sorry for getting this out so late. I guess it's been a couple days, but I think by the look of my face, uh, I was just surviving and getting through, and I'm still surviving and getting through. Unfortunately, I say that because, yes, I did fall. No, I did not fall on my walk. I'm happy to report that I did finish my walk on Monday before all of this accident happened. What happened, I was outside. Long story short, I was leaned over, peeking in my window from outside. So I was diagonal because I have a flower bed in front of my door, and I lost my balance, and bam went all of this. My head, I hit my head on the stucco, the wall from the outside, and then which caused me to fall forward into the rose bush and into the flower bed. I was out there alone. No one heard me. No one saw me, and it's quite the story of how I actually got help. But it was a good 15 minutes before before my husband found me. Um, if you want the details, just hit me up and I'll tell you the long story. Just kidding. But it really is quite the story, because when I fell, I kept trying to get myself up, and I thought I was just dizzy from the fall, and I couldn't push up. And I was like, what's going on? But when I sat up, my arm flipped the opposite way that it's supposed to, and it was just dangling there. Really freaky and scary, because no one could hear me scream. No one could hear me crying. No one could hear me screaming for help. So somehow I scooted myself out of the flower bed and scooted all the way up to where my husband finally heard me and came out, opened the door. I was on the floor, and I just looked at him and said, call the ambulance. And then when we got there, they did the CT scan and all the x-rays, which I thought I was going to pass out from, because it's definitely broken. I have a severe fracture on the humerus. So it is below the rod, and this is the same arm that we just had a miracle with, that was just fixed, right? With the whole black and blue. We didn't know what was going on, thought it was infected. Doctor says, no, go stay away from the doctors. It'll heal on its own. That miracle. And then I went and broke it. So it stinks. But with all of that being said, they did send me home like that. They put me in a splint and said, follow up with your doctor in 2 to 3 days. I said, you're not going to do anything right now. No, it does have to be operated on. But follow up in 2 to 3 days with that surgeon. So that's where I'm at. I'm stuck waiting for, I went and saw the surgeon today, and he will not be taking my case. He does not do these kinds of surgeries, this one in particular. So the one I followed up was the one that was on call at the ER. So he said, not me, and that he was going to see if another surgeon in the office is available when they can get me in the operating room. I was hoping tomorrow, because I'm in excruciating pain. But he said, and if he doesn't, that they'll refer me out to Loma Linda. People, what this means is I'm stuck like this. I'm going to stay in pain with a broken arm until they get me into the operating room, and it sounds like it's going to be a bit of time. So keep those prayers coming, because it just keeps what I say going out of socket, but it's not really going out of socket. I forget how it's broken. My husband knows more than me. I'm just kind of on survival mode, but it keeps slipping out of place, and it's very painful, and it's horrible, and it's a nightmare. So I don't know. I mean, I have to trust the process, and I know I need the right surgeon. I'm a very special case, because remember, they can't mess up the shoulder, because if they mess up the shoulder, remember the other surgeon said you get one shot, and they can't put me back together again. So it's all very stressful, very scary, very painful. But I'm just trying to take it all in, because it's a lot, and I'm so mad at myself. So mad at myself for falling. And because this was like, every summer I spend in the hospital, every damn summer. And this summer we were so excited because it happened to be our 25th year anniversary. It happens to be in August 3rd. And we bought plane tickets to Puerto Rico. And you should have seen our penthouse in our condominium. It was going to be, I mean, I could almost taste the pina colada. And this changes everything. So it sucks. It really sucks. But, you know, right now I need to focus on just praying that my veins improve, because they can't get a damn IV because my veins are just so horrible because of the steroids, right? So that's a problem. Then I need to pray, God, give me the right surgeon. And I know he will, because he did it the first time and saved my arm. And why not a second time, right? He will, because God is so faithful. And I know he'll pull me through this. And he'll get me through however long they make me wait. Because I'm just like, oh my God, it just keeps slipping. And this thing is so swollen. They took it off and changed it today. My nurse, Brandy Cox, is always there, which is a high school friend, a friend, you know, since high school, and she always is there to bandage me back up. So she put on my new splint today, and she's like, Nina, what are you doing here? I said, I know, girl, I know. I wasn't supposed to be back anymore because I was done with all my surgeries. They were complete. So, you know, it just reminds you that life can change at the drop of a dime, and it did. You know, it's hard. It's hard news, very hard news. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say because I'm still processing. I'm still going through it. And I'm still just making it hour by hour, trying to figure out how I'm going to get through. I don't even know how long. I'm still waiting for the phone call to see if the surgeon from Beaver took my case or if they're going to find a surgeon in Loma Linda. And I just want a roundabout. I need, like, tell me it's going to be a week. Tell me it's going to be 2 weeks. Tell me it's going to be 2 days. Tell me something so I have something to focus on and be like, okay, this is what I have to get through. And then I'll do it, right? And you pray through it, you get through it, and you always ask yourself, what is God teaching me? What is God teaching me through this struggle? So that's where I'll be, but I still am so human that I want a focal point. I want you to tell me the day that it's going to be. Give me a roundabout. How long are you going to keep me with a broken arm, waiting to be operated on? It sounds like it's a pretty bad fracture where it's going to be intense and very tricky. So I'm trying to stay positive and saying, yes, I have to wait, but yeah, I don't even want to move it. I'm just trying to figure out how long do I have to endure this pain. And I think if I at least know a time range, I could be like, okay, kind of count the days down, and figure it out. I don't know. I don't have any words of wisdom because I'm searching for the words of wisdom. So in that, I continue to pray. And I know I will hear God talk to me, and I know that he's with me. I know that he'll lead me. But right now, I just want a lot of pain meds. Lord, please give me pain control, something, please. I'll figure it out. I always do, but the most important thing is that I get in the hands of the right surgeon that can handle a case like mine, okay? And then I'll worry about the broken heart part later. I'm still kind of in denial that we're not going. A little piece of me's like, just hold on and wait. Maybe it's not as bad as everybody thinks. Maybe you'll be okay by that date. And I'm just gonna let myself think that just for a little bit longer. And I'll deal with it as it comes. So thank you for your prayers. And we'll see what happens. And when I find out the surgery date, I will let you know. But pretty sure I'll be finishing out the school year, and I can do so because I am in distance learning. So, I could push through the things I need to get through the workday. So, it helps me keep my mind focused. It helps me overcome the pain I need to, rather than just laying there and just putting full thought into the pain. So, might not make sense to people, but let me tell you, it's the way I push through. And, when I'm going through those trials and pushing through like that, sometimes most of my amazing work comes at that time because it's God leading it, not me. So, anyways, that's all. I'm going to go, not move too much, but enough to get to the bed. Thank you again.